All right, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 224, Reality Gap. I heard this term used a couple days ago, and I thought it applied very well to being a self-published author or author and publisher, which is what you are. Self-published, how you publish is your business. Being self-published, hey, that's our choice because it gives us more opportunity, more control. So as a publisher and author, what is that reality gap? It's the delta. It's the difference between your expectations and reality. A lot of authors think they're far worse than they are. We let the reader judge. The readers are the ones who tell you you're good, you're not good. They like your book, they don't like your book. Here's what they would like better about your books. And then you, as the author and creative content controller of your books, get to determine what you want to change, or if you are willing to change, how you're willing to change, and what you're going to do about those things that are different from what you expect. And the reality gap is the difference between reality and expectations. It is, here's the real world, and how do we work within that real world? Hey, I wrote a book and I don't know what genre it is. We get that question so much. It's a little bit concerning because people read and read and read, and they're like, this story isn't written, I'm going to write it. And then they write it, and you have to have an idea of what kind of readers will like it. And a lot of times that's you. So what do readers like you look like? And how do you target them with your marketing campaign to get your book into their hands? And this is what you're trying to do. So the reality gap. I've written this book and I have no idea how to get it into hands of people like me. Well, you got to look at how people like you are entertained. So how do you close that gap? How do you change? Either the easiest part to change is your expectations, because here's reality. That's not moving, but you can move closer toward it. You can bend reality to your will by understanding here's what I can do about making this change. Do not be a slave to fate. Fate is, hey, the outcome is predetermined and I have no control over it. And a lot of people go with that, like, oh, okay, that confirms I suck as an author. Are you sure? Are you sure that you can't improve as an author if there are questions about your ability to weave a tale that is compelling? And if people give you feedback saying, oh man, this was off, that's great. There's free input on what can be less off. So you turn it on instead. So get control of that. Take control of your business and develop an action plan to remedy those issues that will close that gap between expectations and reality. Changing reality to, hey, this looks like an author who sucks, to this is a bad cover, a good book, and a misaligned readership. Change the readership, change the cover, and all of a sudden reality expands to fill your expectations. You can control that by taking control and doing those little steps. In the military, we use terms called milestones. Well, inch stones are more appropriate. An inch at a time. How do you crawl to a better place? So you reduce the reality gap. You change your reality, because your reality right now is not your reality tomorrow. You can change that, and then you can adjust your expectations to being something that aligns with, here's the current reality. I am a bad author, but that doesn't mean you will forever be a bad author. My first book had issues. Hey, no problem. Worked on it, got some good feedback, got a great group of people, my insider team that I count on for everything, and helped me. And now all of a sudden, hey, not a bad author. Good enough to keep the readers entertained, keep them coming back, keep them diving into my books, keep them wanting the next book, because they trust that I'm going to deliver the next book of equal quality as the last book. That's it. Change your reality, change your expectations, take control, develop a plan, an action plan for what you need to do to improve your situation until you're in expectations. I finished a book 2 weeks ago, and it has been probably the best book launch ever. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff starting 3 months ago. Sure, that launch went well, but it exceeded my expectations, because my expectations are tempered off over 100 plus previous book launches. But still, we can exceed our expectations because keep them under control, keep trying to improve, do the best you can to fix what problems you had yesterday, and then let tomorrow take care of itself. Not fate, but you taking control and changing reality, changing your expectations. Hopefully this came through okay. Peace, fellow humans.